Hello everyone, and hope you're well. So today I wanted to have a little chit chat, as I do, a bit of a ramble because I'm feeling chatty. I had this idea of doing how I feel this week because you know it changes from week to week, from day to day. But anyway, I wanted to call this video how I feel now that I've turned 35. You know, when you hit a milestone birthday, you kind of think, okay, by then surely I shall have my shit together. You know, I'll grow a pair the next morning, like, you know, I'll become this confident go-getter, be able to stand up for herself sort of thing, you know, take no shit no more from anybody. You know, you think when you reach a certain age, you know, you get to that. That's what I thought. I thought, right, 35, I keep going on about my birthday, I can't help it, but 35, I thought, right, I'm gonna start, you know, asserting myself. If I don't like something, I'm going to speak up. I'm going to send back food from the restaurant if I don't like it. I'm going to stop being so polite. I'm going to really, you know, but nothing really changes. So I thought to myself, right, I need to start. Change begins with yourself, and you need to start internally. And everybody has a record player going on in their mind, talking to themselves every single day. And can you imagine if you're talking to yourself a certain way over a period of time, let's say years, and then you wonder why things don't change and things don't progress and you're not where you are in your career or whatever. And then you kind of have to look inside and think, what am I actually saying to myself every day? Because they say that you visualize what you want. You say what you say to yourself, you become what you do, you believe, and all of this sort of thing. Now, I'm reading a book at the moment, amazing, and it's called, if my Kindle's going to go on, okay, it's called The Breakthrough Experience by Dr. Demartini. Now, I know I had a major rant about self-help, but let me just tell you about my personality. And plus I'm a Libra. I change my mind every second of every freaking day. I'm not joking. It will take me, I'll have to talk myself into going to the gym, not going to the gym, going to the gym, not going to the gym, having this, having that, having a coffee, it's madness. My brain is insane. Like, it's constant. This book isn't specifically, you know, it doesn't tell you how to, you know, get up each morning, whatever. Basically, in this book, which was recommended to me by a friend of mine, it basically teaches you how to change your life by the way you speak to yourself, and using things like affirmations, which I find, you know, I find this stuff, I'm very, do you know what I mean? Like, I can read something and go, oh, and then I don't like it, but I'm really trying for the affirmations, for the certain words. And it's not things like, you know, it's things like, one of them is, I love what I do and I do what I love. And just instead of berating yourself and putting yourself down every single day going, oh my God, I'm so useless. Why can't I accomplish anything? Why can't I earn this amount of money? Oh, you know, and this guy in this book, he was told that he'll never be able to read, he'll never amount to anything by his 8th grade school teacher or whatever. He'll never be able to, you know, and he thought, he could have just given up and thought, oh, well, you know, and he sort of went off surfing and all of that. And he met somebody who said, look, knowledge is power, you can do this, you know, learn. And he got into university, blah, blah, blah. He told himself these affirmations, I'm a genius and I know how to use my wisdom, or something like that. This guru told him to say that every day, and then he became like a genius at calculus and whatever, and everyone was learning from him. Anyway, I read these things and I go, yeah, great, that happened to you, not gonna happen to me. But I thought, how about, you know, say this is my idea of what I'm going to do. I'm going to get lots of little post-it notes and I'm going to write these things everywhere where I'll see them every single day, like on my mirror in the morning, on my box of cereal, the things that I go to the most, my tea, and just have these post-it notes. So I'm subconsciously feeding my mind positive things, because, you know, it's sometimes I'm about what I do and I'm up about it and I'm down about it and I'm confident one day. I just like I've said before about feeling good about yourself, and you know you're in there, but sometimes you're just struggling to get out, and you have your good days and your bad days. But I thought, if you post these little things that mean something to you, not something like, you know, I am Oz, the great and powerful, that's not really going to be relevant to you. Something that you find a struggle. I am confident. I can handle difficult situations. I know how to speak to people. I will stand up for myself. I am an accomplished writer, you know, and say these things every day. This guy, Dr. F. Martini, wanted to be, he thought, how can I do what I love and get paid for it? He had this fear of public speaking. So he went and he spoke to this top international public speaker and said, how do I become an international public speaker? And the guy said, you just tell everyone you're an international public speaker. He said, really? He said, yeah. So he goes around and people say, oh, what do you do? I'm an international public speaker. I give talks about the universe and life and whatever all around the world. And he went and he owned that, and that is what he is now. So basically saying you become what you speak. And he also mentioned about writing down, being very, very clear visually what it is you want in order for the universe to help. You know, you can't be like one day, oh, I want to be a chef, and then the next day you're like, yeah, I want to be a fashion designer. You've got to be very, very clear about your goals and the life you want to live. We all have an idea of the life we want to live, but are we specific about how we're going to get there? What do we want specifically in our life? And just, it's very interesting. And you think, well, you know, reading from his background and whatever and how he got to that. And halfway through I'll read it and think, oh, well, yeah, it worked for you, how will it work for me? But you don't know unless you try. I say more negative things to myself than anything else. I mean, when do I ever say something positive about myself? When do you? You know, instead of saying, oh gosh, you know, what's the point of going to gym? I'll have to go every day to go, and I've only been once this week, what's the point? But kind of taking the baby steps and saying, I am a great blogger. Like, I used to be so embarrassed to tell people I was a beauty blogger and YouTuber. It took me years. Now I say it very freely. Yeah, I'm a beauty blogger. Yeah, I write beauty blogs, I film videos. But it's taken me years to get to that point, because before I was so embarrassed. I was like that with every job I had, by the way. You know, and I want this is what I do. This is my passion, and I've always said this. I want to do something that I love. That has to be my job, because if I don't love it, I can't do it. And you know, everyone says, oh, everyone hates their job, you need to just get on with it. No, I don't believe that. I believe you can do what you love and make it your job. He's done it, and I'm going to keep going, because there are days when I think, what even? Oh, forget it. Do you know what I mean? But I know that this is the only thing I want to do. I love doing this. I love talking. I love, you know, products and beauty and chatting and communicating with you. This is what I love to do. So that's what I'm reading currently. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to get myself some post-it notes, and I'm going to post it everywhere, because looking at things and just going, oh right, like here are some of them, for example. I'm a genius and I apply my wisdom. And the one I like, I do what I love and I love what I do. The other ones are, I see my dreams with crystal clarity. I am worthy of having my dreams come true. Because a lot of the time you have to ask yourself, why are you stuck? Why are you not getting that promotion? Why are you not getting that dream job? There is something there that's blocking you, and you've got to figure that out. And that's either you don't believe in yourself, you don't believe in your work, you don't believe in whatever it is. And you've got to find that block and break through it. And that's why this is called the breakthrough. I can't even remember what it's called now. The breakthrough experience, because there's something blocking. And I'll tell you what I love about this book. He doesn't say, oh, you need to be positive every day. He actually explains that the laws of the universe is both positive and negative. For every negative situation, there is a positive. And for every positive, there's a negative. And without the negative, you can't have the positive. So it's very interesting about you can have sad feelings, or someone may say something to you that demeans you, upsets you, or puts you down, but immediately afterwards somebody else or something else is going to say something that puts you up. So without that, you won't get that. Do you see what I'm saying? And that's why this kind of resonates with me, because he is saying, yes, life is full of ups and downs. There's no destination happiness. It is a journey of ups and downs and crises and this and that, and that's life. And you have to go through those difficult things to get to the good things, because if you don't experience them, it might not take you to the experience that you're supposed to have, you know, all of this sort of thing. So yeah, that's what I kind of thought. And also the other thing I said about speaking up for myself, and if I don't like something, I'm going to say it. You don't have to be rude about it, going, oh my God, you know, this is, take it away, this food is awful. You can be really diplomatic about it, but it's about stating your point, making your point, being respected, respecting yourself, your time, who you spend time with, and how much, you know, and what you do for people, basically. You know, it's all about balance, and if you don't want to do something, you've got to say. It's very important, and you're not going to let the person down either. This is what I always thought in the years of working in corporate. You'd be asked to work overtime, and you'd say yes because you wanted to please the person, and they'd go, yeah, you're a star, thank you. You'd be working, you know, you'd be flat out thinking, great, what do I get out of this? You wanted to, because I'm a people pleaser, I want to please, I don't like disappointed people, letting people down. But if you said no to that person, so you say you said yes to the overtime, you don't really want to do it, and they're like, oh, thanks, you're a star, and you're like, oh, great, you know. Well, they don't think about it, that's it, they're done. They've got you where they wanted you, and they're off. Do you think they're going to think about it again later on? Do they think you're going to get something back later on from it? You're not. So you've pleased them for that 5 seconds or 0.5 seconds, but you're going to be unpleased for the next 8 hours. So instead of doing that and actually saying, no, I can't do overtime, sorry, they'll go, oh, but I haven't got anyone else to do it. You're the only one I can count on. They'll be disappointed for the exact same time as they were pleased. So they'll be disappointed for 0.5 seconds, and then they'll move on to the next person. And you will have saved yourself a whole lot of disappointment. So that's how I see it now. Yes, that person's not going to be happy for 2 seconds, but they'll get over it. At least I have my freaking sanity. Do you know what I mean? So yes, I can sit here and talk for hours. Let me know if you want a weekly video on how I'm feeling. I don't know, you know, sometimes I don't want to really delve into these sort of things, but I think it's nice to have a little chit chat about how we feel sometimes. I think it's good for our mental health. And I read a really good quote the other day that said, if all you do today is get up, get washed and dressed, and have something to eat, if that's all you can do, you've done enough. And I think, oh, whatever it takes to keep your mental health intact, I believe is the best sort of medicine. So let me know what you think. Discuss below. Tell me if you're reading any good books that I should read. Have you heard of this one? And let me know some of your affirmations and whether you feel the same as I do. Maybe, you know, you always feel like you're the only person who has these feelings, but you're not. There are many, many people out there who have the same feelings. So if we can all sort of open up and chat about it, I think it will help. So I hope you're all having a great day, and I'll see you all soon. Bye.